Hello and welcome to Cornish Walking Trails. Today we're visiting Land's End.
CSI Mebagissy.
In today's video, it's a dilemma.
Yeah.
Commercialised and tacky. And it is, and I love it.
Rip-off Central. Doesn't say anything about the price.
It's
50.
£50.
Gosh, that's quite expensive.
Yes, it's starting to taint my day.
Would you like to try and find a Land's End cat?
In today's video, we will be exploring Land's End from a visitor point of view. Over the summer on TripAdvisor, there's been some negative comments going through. We'll be taking a look at those too.
Rip-off Britain at its worst.
Commercialised and tacky.
And my favourite TripAdvisor comment is from Brett. He writes, "Wouldn't go back even if you paid me to. Worst experience ever. I'd rather watch a 10-hour documentary on potato farming than visit this absolute tourist dump." That's not my opinion, that's Brett's.
Land's End, that magical, romantic place in the far west of Cornwall. It's been attracting visitors for years. Victorians came on foot because the road was just too rocky.
The Victorian author Wilkie Collins visited Land's End in 1850. In his book Rambles Beyond Railways, he describes as follows: "The Land's End, it fills the minds of imaginative people with visions of barrenness and solitude, with dreams of some lovely promontory far away by itself out in the sea."
So what would you expect from Land's End today? Stunning views? A romantic idyll? Or a tourist attraction? Land's End now offers parking, family entertainment, accommodation, fast food and cliché souvenirs. The coast path meanders through the whole site. But does the commercial side detract from or add to the experience? When you think of Land's End, do you think of the rugged, beautiful scenery and the endless sea? Look at it out there.
I do,
Yes.
but I also think about the huge number of people that come here.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird, isn't it? All these people want to come to one spot to say that they've been to Land's End.
Yes. I just looked it up. 500,000 visitors a year.
Wow.
I
That's a
know.
lot,
I
isn't it?
didn't know it was that many. That beats St Michael's Mount.
Yeah, yeah.
No wonder they've tried to capture some of that tourist pound here. Who can blame them?
I think they are.
But have they done it in a nice way? Is it fair? Or is it overly commercialised and maybe a bit tacky? Land's End is owned and managed by Heritage Attractions Limited. They're based in Liverpool, and they also own the Needles on the Isle of Wight, the Liver Building, John of Groats and Snowdon Mountain Railway. Their mission statement reads, "We are the custodians of the spaces and places people love. We preserve, protect and promote our unique landmarks, ensuring quality experience for our visitors at all times." Let's see if they're fulfilling their mission statement. Here's a look at some of the TripAdvisor and Google reviews left about Land's End.
Breathtaking views and well worth the journey.
Underwhelming tourist trap.
Rip-off Central.
Good spot for views, but with each passing year, this place is getting expensive.
Robert Lewis on Google Reviews says, "Fancy paying £7 just to be able to get to the side of the cliff? Want to then pay more to get a photo by the iconic sign? Enjoy being showered with commercial products and experiences so you feel like you're in Disneyland? If you've answered yes to all of the above, head on down to Land's End."
Have you visited Land's End recently? If you have, let us know what you thought of it in the comments. Land's End scores an average of 3 stars out of 5 on TripAdvisor. But is this right? There were 70 comments left in August and 34 people gave their experience only 1 star. That's nearly half of the people that left a comment.
In fact, the average for August 2023 is 2.1 stars.
Common threads include ANPR parking pitfalls, expensive and rip-off, tacky and commercialised. A lot of the complaints were about the car parking, so let's have a little look at that first. Recently, ANPR cameras were installed at Land's End and monitor the car park. This has resulted in a lot of people being caught out and complaints about fines. The charges are up to 3 hours £6, up to 5 hours £9 and up to 8 hours £15. There doesn't seem to be anything for less than 3 hours.
Manchester Kitten 30 says, Rip-off Britain at its worst. £6 to park is a joke. I only wanted to stay 30 minutes maximum. Ended up just wandering around for 3 hours as nothing for teenagers to do. Our daughter was bored.
Linda C also says rip-off, absolute rip-off. As you drive in, you are now on the hook for £7 to stop or park. They have ANPR cameras, so you have no choice, even if you've just come in for 5 minutes. In this case, we think Linda just wanted to come and have a look at the sign, take a photograph and leave. It is no longer possible to park up, wander to the view, take a photograph, get back to your car and leave without paying for 3 hours parking. These charges apply 365 days a year, but you can park here in the dark for free between midnight and 4 AM. So is this fair? Is it tantamount to an entry fee? It means that even in the depths of winter, say on a stormy afternoon in late November, anyone visiting will have to pay a minimum of £6 for the privilege. As a local, I'm afraid I see this as a stealth entry fee. What do you think? Okay. Top tip when using this car park, we took a screenshot on the phone of the time that the ANPR camera clocked us at the gate, and then you can calculate the amount of time, the total duration of your stay. So hopefully if you do that, fingers crossed, you won't get an extra charge. As an alternative, you can take the open-top bus service, the Land's End Coaster. You will need to check the website for details. Let's see what we get at Land's End. Is it rip-off and expensive like the comments say? Everybody that comes to Land's End wants a photo under that sign. So let's go and find signposts. These days you've got to pay for your name and the distance to your hometown to be added to the signpost and a photograph taken. So let's go and see how much it is. So it's August 2023 and the cheapest photograph with your personalised details on looks like it's £11. Is that a lot of money? Some people have said it is and left a comment on TripAdvisor to that effect.
What really bothered me was not being able to take a picture of the sign. I was not going to pay someone for a picture of a sign that stood there for years. Greed has spoiled this landmark.
Paying for this photo certainly divides opinion. There were plenty of people queuing up to have this done. That is what everybody does.
Have a photo taken at
You
the
can
signpost.
kind of do it free, can't you? Because if they remove everybody's name,
Yeah.
they leave the 31st of July, and then you can kind of sneak a photo. So they're just taking a photo. They agree with me. Yeah.
Just taking a photo looking at the sign.
Yeah.
You saying you're tight?
Selfie. I think £11.
Yeah, but it's that memento of your
Land's
visit,
End,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It is a lot of money though.
It's a dilemma.
Yeah.
So some people agree with me. They stick their phone up in the air, do the business without having their name on the sign.
Yeah.
And other people
are quite happy to pay, aren't
There's
they?
one going through every 2 or 3 minutes.
There are,
isn't
aren't there?
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a money-making enterprise. There are 4 separate attractions, primarily aimed at families, including Wallace and Gromit and Friends, mini golf, a 4D Jolly Roger experience, and Grebe Farm. Tickets can be bought separately or as a package.
So returning to those TripAdvisor comments, let's have a look at expensive and rip-off.
Smurf writes in July 2023, Rip-off Central. Terrible experience. Rip-off parking, £6 minimum, sky-high prices on everything. Shoddy shops and attractions. My advice is stay well away from this sham attraction.
Paradise 767992 says weird experience. Such a weird experience, over-commercialised, beautiful land turned into a weird theme park.
What you got?
2 tickets for the Wallace and Gromit experience. No idea what it is.
I like Wallace and
Let's go
Gromit.
and find out.
I need to get some cheese.
There's 4 attractions down here that you can pay for individually or get a combination ticket for all of it. We've chosen to buy one today because we're quite late coming. And this is the Wallace and Gromit experience. They've got the music playing, it's lovely. I do like Wallace and Gromit, it's one of my favourites, always makes me laugh. Oh, it's so cute.
Got some lemons, right lemon,
aimed at the children completely. The Wallace and Gromit experience was so cute. Children were loving Shaun the Sheep, and for the older children there was a Morph video wall. Do you remember this?
I remember Morph.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I love Morph. He was
I
brilliant.
did. It was my favourite bit of the show. He's got a mobile phone. It's very up to date. Yeah.
It was his mate when he always got into trouble.
Look at the caravan! Look, we're getting here. There's still more.
Yeah.
What do you think? You wouldn't know it was our place, would you, lad?
So cute. And as you leave the wonderful Aardman experience, you come back down to earth with a bump, with a bit of commerciality. Souvenir time. Do you want a green screen us against the
It's
sign?
got to be done, isn't it?
Yeah, does it say you've got to pay?
I can't see it. Well, there's lots of signs, but nothing says you've got to pay for anything.
Please collect your photo tickets here and go to the experience shop.
Doesn't say anything about the price.
Let's give it a go then.
Yeah.
If it's under a £5,
Yeah.
we'll get it.
All right.
If it's more than that, it's staying there. All right?
Okay. All right.
Right,
Yeah.
press the screen.
Got it.
So it was £8 for a photo. We'd already paid £6.50 each to get in.
Yeah, and we were in there, what, probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes
Yeah.
top end?
Yeah, we haven't got kids,
No.
so
It's a bit fun.
if you've never watched one of our videos before, then welcome to our channel. If you enjoy Cornwall and you like walking, then please consider subscribing. We upload a video most Fridays about Cornwall and days out. Other people in the reviews have mentioned tacky and commercial.
Money grabbing letdown. This has been turned into a tacky tourist trap.
Only tacky place in Cornwall, very un-Cornwall, and more Blackpool.
Commercialised and tacky, it felt a bit like a Butlins version of a landmark.
There's quite a variety of things in the gift shop, isn't there? Lots with Land's End printed or
Yeah, and I think if you come
specifically
into Land's
designed.
End, you want a bit of a souvenir, don't you? You want
Yeah.
to say Land's End, you want to say to people when you come back off your holiday, guess where I've been?
I've been to Land's
Yeah,
End.
I didn't think it was too bad in there actually.
No.
There was things in there, I mean you could, notice a fudge in there, I think it was £3.99.
Bottle of beer, £3.99.
That's alright, wasn't it?
You'd be happy, wouldn't
There's
you?
a nice little beanie hat in there I noticed, I think it was £8.99.
I think the one thing I thought was expensive was a toweling drying robe at 50 quid. I thought that was quite expensive.
50?
£50.
Gosh, that's quite expensive. Isn't
Yeah, so there is a broad spectrum
it? Yeah,
of souvenirs.
yeah. Yeah, there's quite a lot in there.
Would you say it's tacky and commercial?
Possibly.
A bit like Blackpool, isn't it? Yeah, lives up to that completely.
I don't know, I think some of the stuff in there is quite nice, but I think, yeah, some of it probably is a bit tacky.
I quite like it though.
Why not?
It's a holiday theme, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you think of when you think of Land's End? Is it a romantic image?
Turn the camera around.
It's a tourist trap. Look at them all.
Yeah.
That's the queue for ice creams.
How much the ice creams are.
Doesn't say how long the queue is either. That's just a queue to get into the shop.
Yeah.
No ice cream today then.
So, what's next on the agenda?
So we're not going to get ice cream, and it's too busy.
Yeah.
So I tell you what we haven't done.
Yeah.
Would you like to try and find a Land's End cat?
Oh, Felix.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's just nip into the hotel for a quick cup of coffee.
Did you know that the Longship's Lighthouse offshore was built in 1795 and it's a mile and a half out there?
No, I didn't.
There we go.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing. Whilst we were having our coffee, I saw the photographer and the assistant, looked like mum and daughter, mum and son, and they were rushing past the window here of the hotel. Now that they've gone, they're like bees around a honey pot down there trying to get their photo with the signpost. There's still quite a bit that we'd like to do. We'd like to go over to the jeweller's shop at the farm there, because there's a little cat called Felix. He's on Facebook quite a bit. But we're conscious that we don't want to tip into the 5-hour parking fee, which is then £9.
Yeah, and we've just had a coffee and a cake there in the
Very
actual
nice,
hotel. Yeah,
and it was a lovely break.
The service was quite slow, wasn't
Slow
it?
as
So it's like
Moses.
eating into quite a bit of our time now.
Yeah,
isn't it?
so we've lost 20 minutes of our final hour.
Yeah.
So a bit frustrating
shouldn't
that we're
have
just
to be
constantly thinking about the car parking.
worrying about the car park. You should be enjoying the experience.
Yeah.
But we are getting a bit agitated about the car park. aren't
Yeah, guilty as charged. It's starting to taint my day.
we? I can tell. Should we go and have another coffee?
No, because I'll be even more. It's really making me worried. I'm espresso.
He's there. It's behind you.
Hello, sweetheart. Bus, 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 bus.
It's Felix.
Oh, isn't he beautiful?
Isn't he?
Hello, sweetheart. Oh, you like cuddles. The Land's End cat. Oh, we found him.
Thanks, sir.
Yay, found Felix the Land's End cat. It's made my day, that has. So, got to get back. Car parking ticket. Oh.
So how have you enjoyed being a tourist for the day, Sarah?
Commercialised and tacky was one of the reviews left on TripAdvisor.
It was.
And it is, and I love it, and it's touristy, and it's all those things you want it to be, really, isn't it?
It's a very easy place to come and loosen your wallet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
quite easy to spend money here, isn't it?
Get carried away,
Yeah,
can't you,
in that
quite
moment.
quickly. I agree, and you have a nice feeling when you go around one of the attractions and there's a shop at the end of it. We always used to say to the kids, not in the sucker shop, you're not going in there. But you nearly fell for it.
I did. I was going to get that photo of us in the Aardman studio. Well, how
Yeah.
much, I can't remember what it was now. It was about £8, wasn't
£8.
it? I was quite happy to get that, but nope.
But that's on top of the £6.50 we'd already paid
Yeah, I know.
to go in there.
It's an easy place to spend money in. It
Yeah,
certainly is, isn't it?
yeah.
So you can see why people do get
You'd
home and realise how much
quickly-
you've spent.
Quickly get to £100,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? If not more, for a family of 4. It would just fritter away.
I understand why people want to come. They want to be able to come and say they've been to Land's End.
Yeah.
You know, it's that iconic spot in Cornwall. It's part of your Cornwall holiday. You're going to come and want to do it, isn't it? Have you had a nice day out?
I have. There is a way of doing it though. Come after hours. So come late one evening. Yes, you'll have to pay in the car park because it's now AMPR and 24 hours a day.
Yes.
But you won't be tempted to part with any of your money because the shops will be shut.
It's also quieter, and I think you actually genuinely see the beauty of Land's End if you come out of hours when it's quieter, and you can actually just sit down and just take it all in.
So, TripAdvisor score, CWT TripAdvisor score, what would you give it?
I'm going to go with a 2.5 out of 5.
Oh, see, I'm thinking a bit higher than that.
Oh, okay.
I've enjoyed myself today. I'd probably, mind you, I knew what I was coming for. I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, well, there we go. That's good. So, I mean, I've marked it 2.5 because I agree with that comment. Commercialised and tacky.
It's not your cup of tea, is it? For now, we'll say goodbye and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.